Don't like these because for the most part, people aren't that flexible or mobile to get over top here. Number 1. 2, shoulder issues. And then 3, the big thing I see all the time is elbows are like this half the time and they're doing this. And it's like this weird, range of motion to get here. But your elbows should be like this and up, right? And the hard thing is keeping your elbows actually in and then actually pressing this up. That workout, I love that exercise, man. John, what the hell, man, you suck. What is up? It's your boy, Johnny Shreve. I have BB Promos to tell like it is. Welcome back to another episode of Train With Me. Today we're doing 3 best and 3 worst tricep movements. So these are my 3 best and my 3 worst. And I'm gonna give you guys some tips on how the 3 worst can actually be fairly good. But either way, just follow along. Keep your eyes glued to the screen, your ears glued to the speakers, and learn some shit. Learn some stuff. Learn. Anyway, before you guys sit there, get up and hoopla and get all angry and stuff, I used to love doing skull crushes. Love doing skull crushes. One of my favorite exercises to do. I love doing like skull crushes and like doing a superset with like some close grip press with the easy bar was my favorite. The reason why I'm putting this on my list of one of the 3 worst is because eventually most people have elbow problems. I coach a lot of people. I've been coached over the years, and I've seen most of the time it starts off with, I love doing skull crushers, and then it ends up being like, my elbows suck. And then, so little reason why, like a couple things we can fix, but like your typical skull crusher, basically come back. Oop. So this is an easy bar, a very easy bar. That's actually what it's called. Because it's got a couple different ways you can grip this, from here to here, and then all the way outside, right? I recommend in here, this is like your normal one. Basically from here to here is good, and then right here, we're awesome. So when we're here, and do a skull crusher, we're here, and then we're up, right? We want to keep the tension on our elbows by shifting elbows back like this. Right now, oh, my elbows suck. They hurt really bad, right? And this is how you should perform, but I don't recommend it. It friggin' hurts, right? A couple things you can do to kind of take the load off your elbows. Incline, the bench, 15-degree incline. And then from there, it's not so bad on your elbows. But either way, I'm putting this one on the list because it hurts my elbows. Plus, a lot of times, people aren't gonna perform this that right to begin with. They use too much weight, or whatever it is. So this is on the list of one of my worst. So next on my list is anything tricep overhead pressing, right? Extending, elbow extensions. Don't like these because for the most part, people aren't that flexible or mobile to get over top here. Number 1. 2, shoulder issues. And then 3, the big thing I see all the time is elbows are like this half the time and they're doing this. And it's like this weird, range of motion to get here. But your elbows should be like this and up, right? And the hard thing is keeping your elbows actually in and then actually pressing this up. This, for me, isn't a good movement that I can isolate my triceps with all my shoulders and everything else working way too hard for this movement. Remember, when it comes to like movement, this exercise selection, the movement that's gonna give you your best bang for your buck, a movement that can isolate the muscle, the targeted muscle, as much as possible without so much extra work getting into it. So this one for me, it's just not comfortable. Peak range of motion doesn't end up being where it should be, like this and up. Weight's too heavy for some people, elbows flare, people's core, hyperextension in the back. There's a bunch of things with this that go wrong just to do a tricep extension. There's no like actual order. It's just my 3 worst, my 3 best. So this, obviously, kickbacks. Double kickbacks. For me, there's not enough tension. So if I kind of just do this and get myself up, there's not much from here to here. Right, there's my triceps actually working, and then that's the range of motion I get. Even if I grab the most ultra smallest weight to make sure that I can get the best range of motion, the best activation, right here, that's where my triceps working to here to here. So this is where you should perform this, but most time is this. It's not a lot of anything from here to here to here, and then here, then it's up. Well, you can make this actually pretty good doing double kickbacks with the band or the cables. You're gonna have tension on the band and the cables the entire time throughout the entire range, where this you really don't. So now I'm gonna get to my top 3 favorite tricep exercise. Now these are my top 3, and I'm gonna just kind of say it what it is. I'm gonna say it like it is, I'm gonna tell it like it is. That's what I do in the first place. It's my name. These are my top 3 because they don't hurt my elbows. It gives me the best range of motion, the best activation, and I enjoy it the most. That's one of the biggest things anyway. So like if any of these workouts or movements are in this list, you're like, man, that workout, I love that exercise, man, John, what the hell, man, you suck. Like, number one, why are you so like emotionally attached to your workouts? Chill out. Number two, probably is, if you enjoy it, you probably connect with it a lot better. So if anything, don't worry about my bottom 3 or whatever it is. If you can do a workout that you enjoy, stick to that workout. So the number one reason why these are my top 3 is because I enjoy them. Hey guys, what's up, man? Just want to let you guys know this episode is sponsored by Blue Star Nutraceuticals, guys. So I got to thank my sponsor, Blue Star Nutraceutical, for giving me the ability to continue to give you guys awesome content. So guys, make sure you hit the description below. Use my code Johnny10 for 10% off Blue Star Nutraceutical. Back to the show. Close grip surface machine press is exactly what it is. This is exactly what it is. That's what I like to do. Now, a couple things I'm going to change. It's going to be consistent in all my pressing movements is if it's the flattest, it's going to be on a 15-degree incline. So I'll have this incline a slight bit because for me, it helps put my shoulder in place in terms of shoulder depression right here so we can keep my lats engaged. And when I'm doing this, so for you guys to understand, like when it comes to close grip, this isn't close grip. You see how congested I am? This is not close grip. This is terrible close grip. This is like stop doing the close grip. If I ever see anybody doing this, if you send me a video doing this, guys, I'll be really upset. You want your elbows to travel nice and fluently up and down, right? So your close grip is basically what we call like almost like a bicameral bench, is basically shoulder width apart. Like let your hands come straight through up like this. Basically straight, just like that, like if you're a mummy, right? Shoulders are in, there's your close grip. Because again, when I do this, and then position, my elbows, everything's stacked in my range of motion plus my width is giving me a nice free range to really push in a good straight line instead of having myself get congested down here and then losing some of that range of motion. As you can see, I lose a bit of range of motion as from here, I can get all the way down and get my full elbow. We want full elbow flexion to get the full extension to really make this worth it. So remember again, hands are gonna be up, straight up here, there you go. Grab inside here. Make sure again we're stacking the joints, down and press. So there you go, there's my first one. And moving on to my second, so this was really fun for you guys. And it's very specific, so these aren't like necessarily traditional movements, obviously that definitely is. But this one here is mostly basically my way of isolating it even more. Rope tricep extensions, but having myself seated in the position seated. I like doing them standing, so I'm not saying that's wrong, I'm saying for my top. So to make this really optimal, basically what it's doing is, we're gonna basically do a pull. I'm gonna pull our elbows down inside and lock them in, right? But I want my elbow to not be here, but to be right here. So as soon as I extend my elbow, it goes out to here and down. And I also want to make sure the cable is in a place where I can perform that, where I have that full range of motion and that tension on the entire time. So right now, as you can see, I have to create tension to pull the weight down. Elbows are tucked in, head's back, feet are planted. And from here, when I extend, I'm pushing my lats to the floor. So I'm still doing like basically almost like a straight arm pull down in a sense where I'm here. I'm staying in this position where my lats are engaged. This is my finish position. This is my start position. So from here, I'm squeezing out. And while I get out, I'm still gonna push as if I was doing like a press. So here, and we're pressing down. And I'm engaging my lats so I avoid this kind of stuff happening. I just want to keep it here and through. Through. And as soon as I get to the top, nice stretch, and on the way down, squeezing right through, and then back up. Last but not least, we have some unilateral work, and I recommend doing some unilateral work. What does that mean? For those of you out there who just want Johnny to speak English. Just one arm at a time. Bilateral, 2 arms at a time, or 2 at a time, both sides. Unilateral, 1 side. So for me, I like literally just grabbing on top of the ball, right? So we have a little bit of like, leverage right here. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get myself underneath, I'm gonna pull it down right away, cross body, and I'm gonna engage my lats, so I'm gonna protract, so my lats are pushed away, so my lats are engaged. And then I'm gonna let this scoop under my chest, right? Here you go. Right now, there's tension on the cable. my chest is basically engaged. I've created shoulder adduction just to here, and then I'm gonna slightly hinge a little bit from here. Just a tiny little hinge over top, and then I'm gonna let this come all the way up to here, where it's totally stretched, and then pushing right out. And down, and pushing. And I'm keeping my shoulder adducted because I don't wanna come down and then have to do this pull away stuff. So from here again, we're gonna pull this out, all the way down, keep protraction, so push your arm away, adduct, so your chest is right on your bicep, engaged. You're gonna flare your lats a little bit, slight little hinge, coming up, and squeezing down. Stretch, extend, and pull. You want to avoid getting here and then pulling your arm away. I don't want that. I want to keep this adducted nice and tight here, and from here I'm pressing away. You can put your hand here if you want to keep yourself stable in there or on your waist, but pushing here. And then when it gets hard, you can basically give yourself a spot by helping push it down, and then you can create the negative. Help extend, then create the negative, push it down, and then you control the negative. And there is my 3 best worst tricep movements for you guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, guys. If you did, make sure you guys like, subscribe, and share. You know the comment, the topic it is transparent, vulnerable truth. For coaching, johnachieve.com. If you want to know more about my coaching, book yourself a 15 to 30-minute consult. At the end of the consult, I deduct off any package that you pick. Also, guys, hit the discount codes and promo codes in the description below to help save your life or change your life for the better. And guys, I'm on Instagram and TikTok. Send me your progress pics, your training pics, and your video clips, and I'll repost it for you, because you know how it is. Iron sharpens iron. Progressive overload your life. In the meantime, keep dream chasing. Peace.